How can you eliminate stressful situations from your life?
So the easy answer is go live in a cave. See, the question is tricky, to use your words, Jody, from earlier. The question is tricky because in my thinking of things, situations aren't inherently stressful. Otherwise, everyone who's in those situations would experience stress in those situations, but that's not the case. And so, how do you eliminate? I don't think it's possible to. I mean, we live in the environments we live in, and they are inherently crazy. You know, I think of. I don't live too much with people who are nurses. Actually, I have some really good friends who are nurses, and they will actually. I remember talking to one person who's a nurse just a couple weeks ago, and she was telling me about her day, and I thought, oh my gosh, that's the most chaotic, insane day that I could possibly imagine. I mean, it was just like jumping from thing to thing to thing to thing to thing. But she can't get out of that. She can't just say, oh, I'm not going to be here. That's her job, and she's chosen it, and she loves it, but it's also very chaotic. Very, it's like things are constantly going on. And so the other answer to that question is, you know, how do you eliminate stressful situations? You can't eliminate the situations, but you can think about them in different ways. And so, you know, like if you could just say to yourself, I mean, gratitude all by itself works every time it's tried. I mean, if you just think to yourself, instead of, oh, I hate this, how this is, if you just said, I'm so grateful I have this opportunity. Or I'm so grateful I have people around me who are cool that I get to know. Or I'm so grateful that I'm learning so much about, you know, this, what I'm immersed in. Whenever we say grateful, that's the exact opposite of I'm threatened, not safe. And so that's just one example of a bunch of different ways that you can think about how you can interpret the situation in ways that your body goes, oh, I don't hear there's any threat here, so I must be safe. So no need to activate the stress response.
Right. That makes so much sense. And so I think, like you said, and this is I think one of the most powerful things that you teach is how we interpret the situation is huge. And so to eliminate stressful situations, we may have the exact same situations day after day, or as a nurse, you go to those 12-hour shifts and it can be crazy and chaotic, but it doesn't have to be interpreted as stressful. Right. We just have to think about it differently. I can do this. What's the next best thing? What's the next best decision? Take the pause. Take a deep breath and think about the positive thoughts that you can, think positive thoughts about what you're able to do, about what your ability is, and who can you collaborate with. And that's so powerful. And I think a lot of nurses can relate to the scenario that, that your friend told you about their day. But you can walk out at the end of the day feeling like, okay, I still have that sense of calm. I own that. I have power over that sense of calm by the way I interpret things during the day. And it's not about being passive and kind of like ignoring things. It's really actually being more engaged, I think.
100%, I agree. I mean, all the things you just said are spot on accurate. You can, I mean, being calm, being peaceful, being quiet-minded is a choice. And, I don't know if this is a lame or a good metaphor, but if you think of a hurricane or a tornado, inside of that tornado in the middle is peaceful. All the way through wherever it's going is quiet and peaceful. And you can either be in the part that's going round and round, or you can be in the middle where it's peaceful, and it's a choice.
Ah,
And it's entirely up to you. It has to be that way. Otherwise, everybody who is in those insane situations would be upset, but there's always somebody who's not. And that tells me, okay, that person must be thinking about this in a different way.
that's such a good point.